Hello, my name's Yasu, and I'm a content creator for Beam 3D. If you've seen some of the tutorials, blog posts, pictures, etc. that we've been putting out, chances are it came from me. Today, I wanted to address one of the updates that we put out a little while back earlier in the Kickstarter campaign. It's update number 9, where we show you a time-lapse of one of those radial engine blocks. Many of you pointed out that there were some really weird, unexplained holes all over the surface of that print, both on the front as well as the back. I had initially misdiagnosed the issue in a pre-caffeinated, admittedly really early morning groggy haze as damage from rough support removal, because I'd used really dense supports to print it, and very thin model walls. Some of the walls on the model were like you could see paper thin. Except the problem was the issue persisted. Those same holes in the same shape started popping up in the exact same locations on other prints I was trying out. So I knew I had to get to the bottom of this because we had a potential issue on our hands. So I started working down the list of potential things like underexposure, loose FEP tensions, or even the supports themselves. But none of those panned out because the holes persisted. They still, no matter what I changed, what I adjusted, different resins, different FEPs, problem still remained. It wasn't until I was cleaning out my FEP tray and doing a quick cursory check of the LCD did I find the problem, which was dead pixels on the LCD starting to pop up well everywhere. Now, to give you a little bit of context, this particular printer that I've been working with is one of the original tester beta units that I've been working with for the better part of 6 months on, printing daily. So you can imagine lots and lots of hours, and I'm willing to wager over the last 6 or so months, I've pushed it well past its operational lifespan. So it makes sense that the LCDs on this particular printer were dying. Now the good news is I had a couple spare LCDs lined up that I could just quickly hot swap in, change out a couple ribbon cables, change how it's mounted, put in the new one, and away we go, and test the hypothesis whether it really was dead pixels causing the issue. And 10 minutes later, I had my answer. Those dead pixels on the old LCD completely disappeared on the new LCD. So to 100% confirm beyond a doubt that the mysterious holes were indeed completely solved and put to rest by the new replacement LCD, I opted to 3D print the same radial engine block again. Same file, same slice, same settings, no changes. And kind of show that to you. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any time-lapse of that particular print since the time-lapse gear that I was using was occupied with another project that I'm running concurrently. So what I've done is I've lined up the original teaser print that had no time-lapse footage, it failed, unfortunately. The problematic time-lapse print with all the holes that prompted this update, and the final good print out of the same machine. The only difference is a replacement LCD screen to get rid of the dead pixels. And voila. Hopefully that solves that mystery. Now, I want to take a moment to also address another set of concerns that many of you were having, in which, in the same time lapse, the bed seemingly moves down at the end of the print, pushing the print into the LCD, which is definitely not good. That is a no-go at all. On further investigation, I found out it was a firmware bug, where essentially at the end of every print, if the bed is, if the print's low, if you're doing a small, short Z-height print, The firmware is basically saying move the bed up to this level. I believe it's about 130, 120 millimeters on Z. Unfortunately, it's also doing the same thing, but in reverse if the printer, the print bed exceeds and goes past that. So it's actually wanting to home or move back down to its resting point at the end of the print, which is not a good thing if you have a print already done. And that was admittedly an interesting firmware bug that we discovered and have since quashed this week, because I can happily report that that has been patched over and will no longer be an issue, and definitely won't be an issue when the Prisms ship. Hopefully that covers most of the points raised and puts some of your concerns to rest. Because rest assured, we are really committed to making the Prism an awesome experience for every one of you. So we've been working very hard the last couple of weeks, making sure any bugs, any issues have been quashed. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this covers most of the concerns and issues you had. If not, feel free to drop a comment in this Kickstarter update or on the video in YouTube, and either myself or someone on the team will be back in touch and try to answer the questions to the best of our abilities. Thanks again. See you in the next video.